Hello guys! Today I'm going to continue to explain AutoCAD 2022 by referring my last lecture, and now I'm going to exploring it, so let's start it right now. So for the first one, I'm going to modify object. So this one is modify object, but actually this one I get it from my author, which means that I get it from my lecturer, so not open it. So you can look at here. That's the object that I need to modify. So, but today I'm going to explain it. So, for the first one, you can see this cat block. This block is toilet. So I can move it and move here. And this is actually a block that is formed by many lines. So for the first one, I'm going to explode it. And I press enter. So what is going to happen? So you can see after I press, it didn't be like this one. It did not be like this one. It's already break to many points. Like actually, this block is formed by the line, polyline, circle, and arc. So you can see after I press it, there's many part of it to build to form a toilet. So you can see after I press it, so it already separated to many parts. So after I press it and I want to form it, so I'll press the group, so it will be one together back. Oops. Then group again, so it formed as a one. You see, it formed back as a one, so I can move it as usual. Right. Okay, so I'm going to the next. Okay, but before that, I'll remove this 4 circle first. Okay, so for the first one, so I want to build the partition at here. So what I'm going to do? So here got line, right? So for the first one, I need to do the offset. Offset, I can set it as 75 for distance or 400. But before that, I want to explain it first. Actually, offset is kind of same to the copy. If for the copy, you can straight away copy this line. You can straight away copy it, but actually you cannot get the distance accurately. So you need to guess and adjust. So actually that's hard for us to build a partition without the proper or the distance accurately. So that's better for us to use the offset. So the offset, you can set the distance, like for me, I want to use for 75. 75. Actually, you can move either to left side or right side for the offset. So I've moved to the right side. So, and you can see the space is still small, right? So I can do an offset again. So we can use here and here to be a partition for us. But here the middle one got line. So what should we do? We need to throw it away, right? So we can press it and delete. Or we can use it at another way. We can use trim to throw it. There's the same things. Right? Okay. So after this, you can see there's not really a partition yet because here got a hole. So we need to cover it first. So we go to a line. We go to a line. And start to here and connect to here. but here we cannot get a proper the endpoint. So I'm going to right click and snap override and going to the endpoint. So you see it's locked to my endpoint. So escape, and here I need to adjust it also. So I need to press it. I'm back into the starting point. Okay. So I get a proper rectangle here already, right? But the color is different. You see the layer of the color is different. So what should I do it next? I'm going to mesh properties and press the first color of the line and press the second color of the line. So you see it matched it already. So you can see the color is the same, right? So the next one, if we want to make the partition becomes good, so we need a proper space because here still got hole, still got space. Even the human also cannot pass it. Only the animals like the cat, because their body is smooth, so they can pass. But for human, we cannot. So I need to close it, right? So I need to move it. I need to move it to here. So I on the auto. I'm going to this purple line. Okay. So so same to these two lines. Okay, so I connect it already. But actually we can move it in another way, like we can move it, but just now I tried it before. If we move it, so I'm going back first. Okay, so I want to move it. I press move. So I straight away can drag it down to the end. Okay. Okay, but I realized that here opens up. Here didn't touch to the end point. So actually you can do the same thing. So you can press it and press to right click and stretch it to the end point. But here's not accurate because here didn't get an end point for us to press it. So we undo it. You undo it back. So you just press it. You just stretch it to the end, and same to this two. Disconnect it as usual. Okay. Okay, so that's complete already. And if we want to build the more partition, like we not only need to copy it to move it here, like we copy it and move the same thing to here. This one also is the way to build a partition for each of the room, but we can use it as an easy way. Okay, so I go into array. So we got three arrays, which is rectangular array, path array, or polar array. So I'm going to explain it one by one. So the first one, I'm going to rectangular array first. Rectangular array. So I select three objects, and after I press enter, you can see it's formed to four columns. And these columns actually, if I press here, I can drag it, and that's formed a lot of rectangle. That's too much for me, so I escape it first. Or not even we can press it here, we can drag it here. We also can change it here. We can adjust it to maybe around 5 and press enter, it's going to be 5. Or here we need 6 columns, we press 6. So you also can form to 6 columns. But that's too much for us, so I just need 4 columns. And how about rows? Okay, let me show you. If the rows actually not only for the columns and row for outside as also form, but we don't even need the rows for upside. So we just adjust it, going to 1 and enter. And enter again. So okay. So here one is disappear already, right? So after this we want to separate it make it like to make it wider, and the space is more like the distance, it will be like more like this lah. It will be more like this, like the space is more clear and more accurate. So after I form like this, or I move it to like a bit some more. Okay, so the partition is already formed, but here you need to throw it away, right? So line here, you need to throw it away. So you can use either you can use vec the points or vec at points. But for me, for do an easy job, you can straight away use trim, because you just cut the part as small at here. Oh, sorry. So you can throw the part here. Wait a second. So I throw it one by one. Oops, sorry. Something happens. Something happens. So this one I need to adjust it. This one I need to adjust it first. So let me trim again. So actually, I'll trim it one by one. I'll trim it one by one. Okay, so it will be like this. And here can be a room for each people. So let me insert. Block from library. So actually from the last video, I explained it, which means I get the blocks from internet. So actually you can get the blocks from internet, from Google, and the name. Okay, you can go to search. Wait, let me text first. You can go to search Cadblock net, and you can get any blocks that you want there, because they're free for us to download, so you can get it there. So next I'll complete my office first. I'm going to my current, my libraries. I want to put my office table. Okay, so insert it. I insert it one by one. Okay, so it will be like this. So the next one, I'm going to product array. So for part here, okay, after I press this 4, and I use for polar array first. So I press here. Okay, and you see, I form a lot of chairs, right? So after I press here, I can move. whether the place that I want. So, and after I press here, you you separate it. You separate it, and here you can move. You can do like this. You can turn around, or you can easily to copy chef for for form form a office, or no, for form a restroom like this, right? Or form a canteen also can. That's for us to easy to form to copy the objects, the furnitures. Alright, so the next one is path array. So the path arrays, it could be like, for example, it could be like this. Like I copy this tree after I press enter, and select a path first. Maybe let's just press enter. Wait, wait, let me figure it out first. So I do array for these three items. Okay, that enter a path curve. Okay, so you form like this. It form is straight, and I can vector 4 columns, or I can separate it, or I can back it out, and I can make it more. So maybe I can do it like this, right? So I think that's all for today. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye bye.